Good morning, everybody. Welcome back. This is Rich. This is the Suffolk Crunch. We are live. It is 11 a.m. It is Saturday morning, and we are going to get into my top 5 ITFC moments of the 25-26 season. Firstly, if you haven't already watched it, go and check out the Connor Chaplin video that I dropped yesterday afternoon as Connor departs town. It's a great video. We've had a load of watches over there on it already, so go and check out the show. We will go for 140 likes on this video. Turn on your notifications bell so when we are live you can get involved in the chat. Hit subscribe. We need 2 more of you to hit 8,800, so that would be appreciated. Also, we're over on Spotify. The Suffolk Crunch podcast has loads of stuff over there. We are sponsored this season. We've been sponsored last season, and we're sponsoring into the 26-27 season. Bad Shirt Club. So thanks to John and all the guys over there. Shop funny T-shirts designed to get laughs, spark conversation, and stand out for all the right reasons. From rude T-shirts and offensive T-shirts to bad taste T-shirts. Outrageous T-shirts and novelty T-shirts. That was a mouthful. This collection is packed with bold designs made for gifts, nights out, festivals, and unforgettable moments. Bad Shirt Club combines stand-out quality, fast delivery, and confident style, with a large portion of profits going to mental health charities. So every order does some good too. There's loads of stuff over on the website. I'll leave a link in the description of the show. You've got your bucket hats, your shirts, your jackets, but go and check out all them T-shirts. There's some absolute classics. I couldn't wear one. I'd get shut down. But go and have a look at them. Use the code TSC30 at the checkout and you will get 30% off your order. So go and check that out. Busy day of football today. We've got at 12:30 the big game in Scotland. SPL, we've got Celtic Hearts, so I'll be checking it out. FA Cup final. Is it 3 p.m. today? I think it's 3 p.m. I'll have a look at that. But Celtic Hearts is the big game. And don't get me started about VAR, because that penalty the other night was an absolute shambles. Anyway, good morning to Martin, Mark and Heidi and anyone else who's here. Get involved in the chat. We're going to go through, this is only my top 5 moments, so you can throw a few out there in the chat and pick what you thought was a great moment in the season. It doesn't have to be a game. It can be a moment, a save, a goal, a tackle even. But yeah, it's just mine. And I know there'll be probably people who don't agree with me. But if you're watching back on Catch Up, get involved in the comment section and leave your top 5 ITFC moments of 25-26. It's only going to be a short, probably 15-minute video. So let's start with number 5. And it's not a victory. It's not a goal. It's a defeat. Back in, I think it was February, we headed off to the racecourse ground at Wrexham. And it was my first trip down there. Obviously, we played there the Friday before in the FA Cup. Town come away with a 5-3 defeat. And it was one of them games when you're thinking, blimey, what went on there? It was topsy-turvy. There was goals galore. It sees some horrific defending from Town. It really did. 3-2 up just after half-time through Kipre. And then we just collapsed in the last 20 minutes. Broadhead scored, didn't he? We'll get onto that in a minute. Ben. It is in the top 5. But yeah, 5-3 away. One individual in particular came in for a lot of criticism that day, was Dar O'Shea, the captain. I thought he had a really poor game. Made a bad error for, I think it was the 5th goal. That was the Broadhead goal that got nicked off him. Good morning, Simon. Hope you're well. Super chats are live now in the Suffolk Crunch in these lives. So if you want to do a super chat, super sticker, you can. It's on the live there. I think it's a little round circle button. I'm not really sure. I just added it now. So if anyone is kind and wants to get involved, it is appreciated. You don't have to. It's totally free here. But yeah, we went. It was a 5-3 defeat. Driving back, I thought, where are we heading? What's happening with the skipper? He literally, after that game, in the remaining 15 games it was. I think he was nearly perfect, Dara O'Shea. So it was a big moment. Oh no, I'm not going for Celtic today. I'm going for Hearts today. So but it was a big moment for Dara because I think his form from that moment onwards was it was faultless, and it showed probably why he was captain in the end. So that is number 5. Wrexham away, a 5-3 defeat. Into number 4, and it's the first victory of the season for Town. It's a Friday night, Friday, September the 12th at Portman Road. Under the lights, Town had gone 4 without a win to start the season. There was a defeat in there away at Preston. Disappointing defeat, disappointing performance. The Blades were in town. Ruben Sellés was under pressure. He'd lost 4 out of 4. I think he lost 5 out of 5 with the cup game. And it was 6 out of 6 and Ruben Sellés went soon after that game. He was sacked. It ended Town 5, Sheffield United 0. It was a Jayden Philogene hat-trick, and the goals just kept getting better from him. There was a goal in there for George Hurst, and there's also a goal in there for Jack Clark. So it got Town up and running in the season. It showed us what Jayden had got in his locker. You know, it was a highlights reel really with his goals throughout the season. But yeah, that is my number 4. Number 3 on my list. Now, there were several moments. I did think of the Darnell Furlong goal away at Charlton, which was a massive moment for me in the season because we weren't playing well at that particular point in that game. There was a Jack Clark penalty against Borough. Shout out for that, which give Town a point when we probably didn't look like getting a point. Was it a dodgy penalty? Don't say it too loud because everyone's heads fall off, didn't they? Penalty FC and all that. But that was a big moment. But for me, in at number 3 was Coventry City away just after Christmas. Hello, Aid. How you doing? He says he's seen so much Chapper stuff on the socials. What a lovely human. Couldn't agree more, mate. But it was Coventry at the CBS, and it was probably one of Town's best performances of the season. But I'm not going for the performance. I'm not going for the result. I'm going for a particular goal. It was 1-0 at the time. And Wes Burns came on, didn't he? He'd been out, obviously, the injury away at Liverpool, which is actually on my birthday. Got stretchered off with a knee injury, and he was out, and he just made his comeback. And Wes come off the bench. It gives me goosebumps now thinking about it. In front of the way end, Clark down the left, into Nunes, into Wes, and he arrows it into the bottom corner. Past Cole Rushworth. It's 2-0. It's 3 points for Town. It's a knee slide. And you could see in that moment what that goal meant to Wes Burns and what it meant to even you look at McKenna's celebration on the touchline, but even in the stands, you know, Wes is he's one of the OGs. He's still here at this present time at the football club, but it was a brilliant moment. Wes loves a knee slide, but his celebration showed in that moment just all that emotion coming out. It was fantastic. Ben says, do you actually think Wes Burns coming back was a major point in our season? At that part, McAteer and Wale Eggly were awful. Wes showed us what we missed and contributed when he was back. Totally agree. Right, smash the like button, please, if you're watching live. I think we're going for 140. I always forget how many I say. I think I went for 140 likes. In at number 2. Now, this is a 2-parter at 2. We obviously beat them at home. And then we went and beat them away, didn't we? As the man above, the song goes, there's nobody better than Kieran McKenna. Ipswich have done the double. At last, we beat Norwich City. We got the monkey off our back. We beat them 3-1 at Portman Road on a Sunday. And then we beat them 2-0 away at Carrow Road, which was really a catalyst, I think, for our promotion there at the end. I know we went and stunk the place out after that away at Portsmouth on the Tuesday night. So that was a bit of a stinker, wasn't it? But the 2 games, the 3-1 at home, I think it was a richly deserved win. Obviously, Cedric Kipre. We all talk about Jayden Philogene and his goals reel. Well, it was goal of the season, wasn't it? When he... I think it was at Matson that Norwich fans were telling us he was the best midfielder in the league, and he just shook him off and then just literally ripped one past him. And then obviously Jack Clark completes the job in the second half. Aid says the players celebrating with the fans at Carrow Road at the final whistle brought back the feel of real football. We'll get into that in a minute. But yeah, we had the Jack Clark goal, and then we had all the circus with Núñez at the end, waving the corner flag. You see the tweet on Twitter that I think Louis had put out. He had the picture with that. It was just brilliant, you know. So that was a great moment. And then obviously we went up to Carrow Road, seeing it was a real key part of the season. Could we go up there? Could we dig in? Because I did question mentality and heart and all of that, and we put in a brilliant performance there. Did we get a bit of a fortunate penalty early on? Probably. Foul on Jack Taylor. Jaden pops that away, and then George Hurst just before half time. It's what he does, bread and butter. Popped it away 2-0, and the performance defensively that day, all round, but particularly the two centre backs, Greaves and O'Shea, I thought was outstanding. Norwich put loads of crosses in, they had loads of corners, but they didn't really threaten us. And like Aid says there in the chat at the end, the celebrations and there was a few fans saying we shouldn't have celebrated that much, you know. Did not agree. It was like it was a victory. We hadn't done the double since 92-93 season. I remember that. I was only 16, 17 back then. So to take that amount of time to get a victory home and away against your local rivals is something you celebrate, and we did. And yeah, it was a great day. Great to be there, and a comfortable victory. And that takes us to number one. And then there's only really one that I can pick. It was the whole day. It was promotion day. I think it was 2 weeks Saturday, 2 weeks ago. And just everything about that day. The sun was shining. It always seems to shine when Town get promoted. Exeter, Huddersfield, QPR. Got down there early. The bus welcome was absolutely electric. You know, it's just a sea of blue. And then I think the 10, 15 minutes leading up to kickoff was the best atmosphere in that ground I've probably felt since following Town and going down to Portman Road. There was obviously Danny Haynes on the mic, the hype man, who I had no idea at the time what he was saying. I couldn't hear it. It was just so loud. There was the blue and white flags. It was just the pyro as the teams come out. I thought it was just wonderful, you know. And then obviously the game, Town have got the job done in 9 minutes with 2 goals. And then we can just relax. And then Casey McAteer finishes it off. And then obviously the pitch invasion, the scenes that followed. And then obviously they have the bus welcome on the parade on the Monday, which I didn't go to. I didn't go to the last one. I did say on here, I'd done my celebrating on the Saturday. I was quite happy to soak that all in. You know, it's quite an emotional day for a lot of people. But I really enjoyed that, you know, that day. But it was just brilliant, the scenes through the town, and it just brings everybody together, doesn't it? You know, when a team achieves something, and I think we've been very, very lucky in the last 3 years, 3 out of the last 4 to get promotions under McKenna. You know, he's there. Look, there he is, celebrating in the dressing room. Town in 55. If you've not watched it, go and check it out because it's absolute cinema and well worth a watch. And I've watched it once, and I'll probably watch it again more than once throughout the summer. You know, just to bring them memories back, and then memories are etched in your brain and in your heart for forever. You know, it's when you're following your football team. And you don't get many moments like this. You have to soak it in, and you have to just take it all in, you know, because you never know when it's going to end. And obviously Town now, we're back in the Premier League where we want to be. But this is now the hard work's going to begin. And can we be better than we were last time? We only won 4 games. Obviously, we went down with a little bit of a whimper. And it was a bit of a free hit last time. This time it isn't. I've said on here, there's no free hits now. Everybody just needs to be better next time. Recruitment on the pitch. Kieran needs to be better. Mark Ashton needs to be better. Everybody needs to be better. Fans need to be better. We need to make Portman Road an absolute fortress. And we showed on that last day, you know, against QPR, what that can be like. Sometimes it's a bit quiet down there. It can't be quiet next season. It needs to be absolutely bouncing, absolutely electric for every single game, you know, and we can make a difference, you know. Anyway, that's me done. That is my top 5 Ipswich Town moments of the season. Like I say, if you're watching back on catch up, get involved in the comments on YouTube with your top 5 moments. It might, like I say, be a goal, a save, or just a memory, like a day, a whole day, like promotion day was. But yeah, don't know when the next video will be. Might be quiet for a little while on here. We are still looking for sponsors. We've obviously got Bad Shirt Club on board. There's another one in the pipeline, possibly 2. But if you are a local business, or if you know somebody and you want to sponsor the show, if you're just a fan and you just want to just get involved, you know where I am on the socials. Not hard to miss. So it's much appreciated if anybody gets involved, and it just helps the channel grow. We're growing over on Spotify. Like I say, the Suffolk Crunch podcast over there. We've got 20 episodes up. There'll be a few coming throughout the summer. I might do a little bit of World Cup stuff and see what happens. But got our eyes on Friday, the 19th of June, when the fixtures are out. That is a big day, circled, I think, in all fans' diaries. But cheers for watching. Enjoy your Saturday. Enjoy Celtic Hearts. Enjoy the Cup final. And we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.